Thank you for joining me. This is Jen Espinosa-Goswami. As you can tell from my beautiful lobster face, I am fresh from the gym, and I thought I would share a quick little tip with you about how to know whether it's time to take the next step. So I just came back from my gym workout. It's 30 minutes of functional fitness. So switching from bikes to lifting heavy weights. I did really good today, which is why my face is so red. But what I wanted to share is there's an optional add-on after the 30-minute workout. When you're exhausted, tired, out of breath, as I am, to do 10 minutes worth of core work. Now, I thought about this morning because I'm like, I may do it, I may not do it. Usually, I don't decide until the end of my workout whether I'm going to do that additional 10 minutes worth of ab work. And I love working my abs. So usually, this is not something you need to convince me to do. But that brought me to mind of some of my coaching clients. How do they know when it's time to take that next step? And that next step could be working with me, scheduling a discovery call with me to learn about my services, or even just how they work within our coaching relationship after they become paying clients. Now, I've identified there's about two different types of people. There's the people who only focus on one thing at a time. So for them, me projecting into the future for things they could do later on is not helpful for them at all. If this describes you, where you focus on just one thing at a time and anything more is overwhelming to you, give me a smiley face or a thumbs up in the comments below this video, because you exist and I acknowledge and appreciate that you are out there and you are single taskers. You are not multitaskers. You can live in the moment so well. In fact, your life is probably lived moment by moment. Now, this could be a good thing, and it could also sabotage you. So no shame if you're number one, the single taskers who focus on one thing at a time. For those people, when I'm coaching with them, I have to take a different approach than the other type of people that I coach with. So the second type of person that I coach are people who like to know exactly what's coming up through a defined timeline. Now, I am this kind of person. So if you're number two, the person who likes to multitask, who likes to plan ahead, who likes to schedule, if you're a calendar person, give me a 2 in the comments below this video. Because that type of person really benefits from structure, from process, from knowing what's expected of them at all times. Now, you would think that number 2 is the ideal type of person to coach with someone like me. And I help people speak well so they can get paid and show up on more stages. You may be thinking that people who schedule ahead and plan ahead and are very structure-based would be the ideal type of client to work with me. But here's what I'd like to say to my number one folks, the single taskers. You are perfect for coaching. And here's why. I provide that structure to you. You don't have to know what the structure is. But I am constantly aware of how you can use what we're doing in the moment and apply it to a future project you're working on or a future task you need to work on. I carry that weight for you. You don't carry that weight. Instead, you show up and be present during our coaching sessions, and I help you work on what's in front of your face right now. While I am also keeping in the back of the mind how it fits within your overall coaching relationship with me. So if you're like, well, I don't always know what's happening next. I kind of like to live by the moment. I'm very spontaneous. You are a perfect fit for coaching because I create the structure, I create the process, and I help you strategize how to fit that moment and that task, that single task, into the overall goal of what it is you're trying to achieve. If that's intriguing to you and you are number one, let me know in the comments below. If you're the number two, the multitaskers, the structured, the planning, you are of course ideal for coaching as well, because sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. You know the defined time period, but you don't know exactly what you're going to do each and every time we meet. So both of these types of people are ideal fit for coaching. I mean, really, there are only a few types of people who are not fit for coaching. We'll talk about that at another time. But today's video was all about how do you determine whether to take that next step. You can do it in the moment and decide in the moment and be very spontaneous, and you are very well supported by coaching. Or you can plan ahead, know exactly what's coming ahead of you, put in the work, and I can help you figure out what that individual work and steps look like. Either way, there's always a solution. There's always a type of support that you most need for you in your life and business. And I welcome you to connect with me if that's something you want to learn more about. How to speak better, how to speak on more stages, how to get paid to speak. That is something I can help you with. In the meanwhile, happy Easter weekend. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. I will be having a quiet time with my family and enjoying every minute. Thank you for joining me for this video. Comments. This is Jen. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.